going like the classic Nautilus route here, I'd still say, oh, they're going for Rakan. But I'd still say that Los Ratones bot lane is stronger here.
Yeah, Mohonix, what do you feel like? We see all the pick and bans coming on through, so 10 champions will represent this first game. What do you feel like? KCB, maybe Los Ratones? Who do you think has this first game in their pocket?
Yeah, it's an absolutely massive game here. Just remind you all of the stakes. Winner of this best of 3 advances to top 8. The loser will face EY tomorrow for a final chance at securing a top 8 spot. Los Ratones on a little bit of an adventure here. Paul, they're looking for Mainta. The flash from Reckless committed already. The auto attacks, one more would have been needed for the concussive blows to have stacked, and instead, Mainta makes his way out.
Barris's buckler not quite enough to tip over the concussive blows. And with that, KCB concede the Tribush and things go back to normal. On the other side of the map, KCB did manage to get in a ward onto Value's Raptors, so they'll know where he's going in the early steps. It's also the first week of Flash in LFL, which didn't go so hot and ended up with a tiebreaker that sent Game War down. The engage here from Enzo won't go too far. Trading in topside has let Value get in.
Oh, Baus. Potentially not playing weak side for once. I think he'll be a very happy man with that as Vilya. Now forced to go back into his jungle. So much pressure on both of these sides. The French community against the Rats, really. The battle lines have been drawn as Mainta. Finds a pretty good trade here. Could find Baus as well for the solo kill. First blood should be secure at the jump. And the lamppost slams down for first blood.
Yeah, not a lot Baus could do there. You do have this sort of posturing on the wave. And
the word death has happened multiple times as slow queue. Takes a bit of a trade here, but Nemesis so patient on the Syndra. Trades back nicely. If you're unfamiliar with the slow queue name. Has been in the NLC before as well for Riddle. Been very good in particular. His Akali, I remember, has obviously found success as well in KCB as Isma. Caught out here by Velia. Reckless rotating up as well. His fate is all but sealed as Velia. We'll get that first one. Wondering if he wants to be a little bit more aggressive, but no, plays it safe and instead just scouts around a bit.
Yeah, just gonna maintain that freeze on mid, means slow Q can't walk up to the wave. And mid is a fantastic matchup here.
Yeah, concussive blow, such a crucial passive, it feels like, when it's playing around. The extra damage, extra CC becomes so much as Mainta. And Baus aggressively trading good damage here for the KCB top lane, but the mana bar didn't allow him to go any further. I thought for a second if he had just a bit more, maybe could have found another solo kill, but Baus lives on, obviously always going for these movements.
I think the best way to describe his playstyle has been a menace so far.
He's TP behind. I don't think Baus has realized this yet. It might be a little too late. Good flash, good autos. As the he goes the ultimate. Mainta, that is brilliant. Sidesteps the ult and finds another solo kill on Baus.
Absolutely brutal. Just need to be careful that this Jax doesn't start to run away with it. With the Jax without the big 6, and I suppose Azir as well does make fantastic use of them. Isma's able to get in there because of the fast footwork around mid, and not a lot of mana for
mana on Mainta, but Isma has a full HP bar and a full mana bar, but he gets sent back. Not today, Baus says, as he's able to buy himself more time.
I love this adaptation from Los Ratones.
Levels of success. He definitely managed to take over some games, and he could potentially do that here as well. The Kraken Slayer already built. They find gold. He already found as the Su as the next one to be picked off and instantly evaporates off the rift.
Once again,
he's not done. He's not done. He wants more. The Heartbreaker flies wide though as the Killer Instinct goes out towards safety, but there is no safety really for Exa as feats of warfare acclaimed. Velia cannot be stopped so far. He goes forward beneath 2 turrets and he happily finds the kill as Mainta. One more auto from finding Baus, but he's able to survive.
Won't have the teleport, but with those symbiotic shoes already got the recall through, we'll be able to get back up to top relatively quickly, and it looks like first tower. The Rats just about can't get it.
Yeah, Isma invested his own time there to make sure it didn't go.
He was a massive threat that's just been slowly going through the game.
Mainta? I've no kill threat here, right? But his damage is impressive. Maybe I was wrong. This time the mana bar almost full. Holding our breath really when we got over there. It's so close to really just leading to that solo kill. First throw though to be claimed. Will it cost them anything as Exa desperately trying to do damage, but there is nothing that can be done. He's not far enough ahead in the game yet to really have a say. TP in from Mainta. They want more. They are trying to squeeze everything out of this counter move, but they can't. gain anything. Lost Ratones just walk out.
That's absolutely fantastic in the 2
Oh,
versus
they're
4.
looking for the dive. They won't give it.
Reckless
They won't give it. The killer instinct forward, but can they really close the gap? Crownie has the flash, and that should be enough to buy more time. The grand entrance though connects. The ignite is ticking. They finally found it, but what has it cost them as main to now the next target? Velia has already found one. Nemesis has rotated down, and it's not just gonna be 2. They want all 3.
Enzo with the fantastic find onto Crownie, had to go so deep just at the right time. But KC Blue pay the iron price. That is absolutely vicious. Velia coming through will pick up another, goes to 5-0 and 2 on his signature Viego. Looking so strong as we enter the mid game. You know, we look at
keep
as an
getting away with
extended
it.
play. Main to TP's down to, you know, contribute. And he's done it again.
It's not going to go for it. It feels like the game has already slipped through the hands here of KCB. They had a win condition to play around, and while I don't want to write that death warrant too soon, this much momentum, I've seen this in the NLC tempo. This much gold this early in Lost Ratone's pocket. They've only written 1 chapter so far, and it's all winning, and it seems like they want to continue writing about that story here today.
It's looking real good. They've got one more way to be giving up the ghost on the dragon, taking a deep breath and reassessing their options as the Rift Herald falls. Not too worried about it going down here, though. There isn't that mid-tier 1 to crack, and unless they extend the play massively, it looks like Isma might not even be able to finish it off cleanly here.
Yeah, they've gotten a top lane turret, but Faust is the target, and that's the wrong one to go in on. You can't really kill him quickly anymore. He's gotten a lot of HP built up, and they have to give it. I mean, so many people have been questioning, when was Lost Ratones gonna struggle? When were they gonna be pushed to the brink? And I think the closest we've seen that was maybe yesterday against NBS. But I thought Carmine Corp Blue, you know, with all due respect, it is only game 1 of a best of 3. Anything can happen. Definitely paying a price, and what do they get out of it? Nothing really. KCB, Temporal, what do you do now when you're sitting in this position? I mean, you're losing across the map. You're not really gaining anything.
Oh, this is
As
beautiful.
a driver's license, not quite earned by Velia either.
No, not quite. Could have maybe arced it down into mid, but getting knocked into oh.
This is what you do. You go for Nemesis, who's isolated and all on his own. He's down to half force to flash away as the killer instinct now comes in. Exa wants to kill and he gets it. Immediately shut down, claimed by Isma. And they've gotten 2. They've gotten Velia as well. I was asking the question, and immediately Temporal, they give us the answer.
It did. Crownie was not there, was spotted leaving mid lane on a wave. And with that, KC Blue knew they had the numbers advantage. It looks like they're going to extend into Baus here. Overextending into Baus has been their issue so far, but no punish here from the Rats.
Yeah, no one can punish it this time. There is no Velia Nemesis rotating up. Baus can run for a few seconds, but I don't think there's an escape from this one. Good flash.
No way.
No way Baus get out of this. And there was indeed no way. Maintel will take him down in the end. Artican has now spawned. The gold lead still in Lost Ratones' favor, but a huge counter punch and hope for KCB. Lost Ratones, though, not done yet. They want the chase to continue, and they don't want this fight to end.
All right, Crownie's here this time. Reckless up in the front will dissuade KCB from further play. Mainta had to TP back to his Nexus towers there. He escaped the hard way, and with it, Crownie will start the objective. Faust no teleport, and he's still not on the map. KC Blue might have time to get in on this, but Artican's not as tanky as he looks.
Yeah, especially when it's the withdrawal Artican, right? It doesn't have as much damage, doesn't have as much HP, and well, yeah, despite dying before 2 items, does a lot of damage. Same can be said across. We'll keep our eyes on the Lost Ratones carries. I want to see Velia as well, though. Huge! 2 stealing away there from Isma, but it's not enough quite yet. The engage doesn't lead to more! As Soku finds a massive Emperor's Divide, and he puts the carries right into the waiting hands. If not for the Artican, this would have been a clean ace for KCB.
Bit of a disaster there. The Rats sent packing, but they do have major cooldowns out now, so the approach on this next dragon, if they choose to revenge it, they should be able to get some kills out. If they are able to rush it down, KC Blue gotta be happy with that big key teamfight ultimates back to back. The Impale into the way. You can't kill big tanks. If there's an Ornn on the enemy team, Nemesis just at the edge of what's reasonable here.
No flash. What can he realistically do as the Impale comes through the kill? All but secured. Investing a few ultimates in it, but that's all they'll get. They'll claim the turret as well. Happy days here for KCB.
Felt confident maybe the Valiant was nearby and not expecting all of KC Blue to bat Lions, which was Evo, Nemesis, and Crowny. And the Baron, it's all on his shoulders. He's got to steal it.
We're keeping our eyes on Velia, the one with the least experience on the biggest stage, now has to step up. He's charmed and sees it. He's down immediately, but Exa falls, and the veterans continue to fight. The Baron doing so much damage to Slowq, forcing him out. The counter-strike is good, but you're all alone, Mainter, as the Rats group up, and they take down 2. They'll chase for more, as they're not quite done. The back comes through for Slowq. In the final seconds, he finds safety as Baus unable to cancel it.
Doesn't quite cancel it, but he does run it into the bank. Baus, the front line, the tip of the spear.
Both teams are aware that if that happens, they can just start the more important objective as Isma tries to go over the wall. Baus says no, but the team isn't there to back him up. The Impale now coming through, Killer Instinct. Baus might just be caught. He doesn't have the flash, but he'll push one away as the Sewer buys time in the front line. Here comes Mainter with the TP. He found Baus, but he's not dead yet. Nazu instead is the one to fall, and they're going forward. They're finding more. 2 kills for the Rats as Baus pushes this game to its very limits.
Bowson's Law strikes again. The formula will be you cast all of your important ultimates on Baus, and he gets away with it for free.
10 seconds death time on Mainter with no TP, just used it before. Isma can hope for the steal. It is though a 50-50. They can't keep him out of the pit. We'll keep our eyes on Slowq as well. The damage from him must be there. Isma in the pit. They can cancel it now and just kill the jungler. Take him down, guys. But no, they can't. They force him out of the pit and secure the Baron instead. Slowq down to half. The carry who has to do it here for KCB. Already on the brink as Exa takes a massive Mystic shot to the face
of the Baron. So we can't play the long lane on bot.
Isma.
With that, Isma's going to try and find something.
It's just reckless though, that's not the target you want, and now instead the damage gets turned slowly but surely on towards him. The Impale is on 2, but Crowny QSS's it, and as Slowq desperately tried to put out the damage, he was simply unable to do enough. Mainter now focusing on clearing the wave, a sign of desperation, as KCB, the blue wall, more cracks are starting to fall.
It is desperation play from both. They've bought honestly more time than I thought. Only 50 seconds left on the Baron power play. No major towers cracked. And Mainter should not survive here, but the top tier 3 survives, the mid tier 3 unassaulted. They've largely done the job, even though they've had to pay for it.
I mean, this is delayed death timers, right? Isma is up in 10 when Mainter now dies here. RATONES as KCB are no pushers.
I think even in the weaker moments, the togetherness is something that we don't normally associate with them in their best moments. Baus, that's a nice trade. No Emperor's Divide.
Stuck underneath the turret though. As I think, he could just die here to the Sand Soldiers, or not the Sand Soldiers. Instead, the turret as the shutdown gets claimed by Burning as the Baron is standing. So, they'll turn their attention to that.
Teleports available for Mainter. That low health bar will be regenerated. Slowq will have to be the leading edge here. Isma distracted by Baus.
But same could be said for Mainter. He's TPing right into his own demise as Baus looks to be taken down. He buys so much time, but same story can be told for Mainter, who will also fall. 4v4 now as Baron's still available.
Being a top laner is just not it, eh? You gotta be the plus hero. You gotta teleport into 4 people, buy enough space, your team doesn't get collapsed on. Slowq.
He is so low. Flash and Empress Divide available, but he's almost already taken down. One more Mystic Shot would have done it, but it's enough to claim the Baron regardless.
Absolutely brutal. Slowq has done so well. Not gone down this entire game. Has done so much damage and held positions that KC blew in his performance.
Slowq. DC'd up by the Scat of the Weak. He needs to be strong at this moment and stand tall as Isma is the one to initially be caught. Mainter's in on the back, but they've committed on the front end as Crowley's being taken down by Mainter. He's CC'd up for ages. Slowq still alive, pretty much untouched. This looks good for KCB, as they've already got one of the carries. Velia is next up on the menu, and Slowq will take him down. It's a 3-0 into the hands of the Elder Dragon for KCB.
Despite Baus's best efforts, couldn't defend his backline there. Will teleport into mid to try and damage the tier 3 Nemesis, playing as much time as he can, trying to stop the bases, gets Enter, and will cancel. The Elder Dragon goes...
Reset really temporal and take over the fights as they're too tanky, and before he finds anything, Fight has already been lost. The carries have been killed. Isma now potentially caught, but the Impale! It's on 3, but it's on all of the front line as Nemesis and Crowley just free fire from the back line. Exa jumps forward and looks to try and win it all here. Bounce taken down in the back line as Mainter buys so much space and so much time as KCB now continue their march forward, unable to find war as Lost Ratones have successfully disengaged. Built Flash available, but what is written in the stars really to be the final fight. 30 seconds time. Nemesis cannot be caught now. The scatter of the week comes through, but it's not okay. It's not good enough. He's down. He is dead. Massive shutdown.
Probably had a brief discussion about what they want to do differently to avoid this, to make certain things happen again.
Faust coming in on him, and there will be no assistance of anyone from KCB. They're pinging on the top side. Can Mainter buy enough time? No, is the emphatic answer. 8-second recalls need to come through, and he buys more than I would expect. Now Crowley needs to be careful here. He's realistic.
Back out and in from Baus. He's going to continue to cover the mid lane. The Rats are onto the Dragon for the first time in minutes. KC Blue looking to recontest. They are assembled.
Has been engaged upon, but the scatter of the week only finds Isma and Baus taken solo. Mace is still on the flank. The engage down comes through. Exa, he looks for Nemesis, but he can't find him. He gets blown up. Scatter of the week finds slow Q. He buys some time with the stopwatch as Isma desperately tries to seize up Baus, and finally he gets taken down. The Elder's still on the map though, as who gets it? It is Isma who secures it as Nemesis gets taken down. Velia needs to be the hero, but there is no hero for Lost Ratones today. It's Slow-Q with a triple kill, and I cannot believe it, Temporal.
Absolute disasters. It looked like on our side.
This was so low, Mainter. Look who's in the base. Slow-Q's in the base. He's gonna end it here right now at this moment. It took 53 minutes, but the blue wall does not falter.
KC Blue from a deficit in the early game. They won't manage to break Reckless here. They'll get Crowny. They'll get the Nexus.